Hello there. I'm going to talk to you about this Venus retrograde. Venus is retrograde from the 13th of October until the 18th of November of this year 2010. It goes retrograde usually about every 18 months. So what does it mean? Well, Venus rules two important things in your life: your finances and your relationships. And these are going to come under focus during this time. So let me tell you what's good to do during this Venus retrograde. Anything that's creative or artistic. So for those of you that have been putting off writing that book or composing that music, writing those lyrics, whatever it is, now is the time to do it. The music, the book, the painting, the sculpture, it could be gardening, cooking, designing something, making some clothes, knitting, crocheting, anything that's creative. Now would be a great time to do it during this Venus retrograde to get started with it. It would be a very good time to take care of any unfinished business in your relationships. Anything that's outstanding, somebody from the past could well come back into your life so that you can have closure on an issue that's been hanging out emotionally for you, maybe for weeks, months, or even years. Deal with any outstanding financial issues that need to be sorted out. And very much make sure you keep any receipts and guarantees if you do buy anything during this period, because often things get lost during a retrograde. Think very carefully about your relationships. Is there enough balance? Is there too much giving, taking on one side? You need to look at that. As well, think about the sexual relationships, if you're in a sexual relationship, or the financial part of your relationship, or the creative part of your relationship. Think about all these things. Even your relationship with yourself. Think about, are you being good to yourself? Are you giving yourself credit for what you are doing, what you have learned, how far you've come? Or are you being just too critical and too mean about yourself? So think about all these issues. These are good things to do during the retrograde. What I would avoid during the retrograde is having any kind of cosmetic surgery, doing any beauty treatments, having a new hair colour, anything like that I would avoid. Because during a retrograde, very often, things have to be, if you have something done during the retrograde, it often has to be redone. And you wouldn't want to have to do that. I can remember once having my hair done a different colour during a Venus retrograde, and I hated it. I was so upset. I came out of the hairdressers and I was crying. So try to avoid doing something like that. Do your best not to be financially extravagant. Don't go out and buy expensive clothes, jewellery, furniture, anything like that during a Venus retrograde, because you'll probably be sorry afterwards. You might notice as well that the pace of your relationship slows down. You might not want to go out too much. Your social life may just slow down, and you may feel quite happy just doing quieter things. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be sort of planning great big extravagant parties and that type of thing. It's more muted during a Venus retrograde. If you meet somebody new and you think you're in love with them, go slowly. Don't make big commitments until this retrograde is over, because you might again be sorry. So during the retrograde, it's time to sort out any outstanding issues concerning your finances and your relationships. If you will do that, then when Venus goes direct, you may find that these two areas improve greatly in your life. I hope this has been helpful. I thank you for listening, and I'll see you again soon. For those of you that are interested and you'd like to look